and welcome to Yoga with Amy. I'm so glad you're here to join me today for this wonderful yoga flow. We're going to be moving through a strong Vinyasa flow today. You will need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, not to worry about it. You can also do it without the blocks. But if you have them, grab them now. And then when you're ready, we're going to start in a lying position. Coming to lie on our mats. Knees bent, feet to the mat. Connecting our whole spine with the mat. And tucking our chin slightly in towards our chest. And just taking a moment to arrive here on your mat. Noticing how your body is feeling. Noticing all the sensations that are arising in your body in this moment. Whatever is arising, offering it love and releasing it. And then drawing our awareness to our mind. Noticing if our mind feels quite busy today. If our mind is running wild, or if our thoughts are running wild. Noticing if we're feeling quite relaxed and at ease. And then drawing our awareness to our breath. Beginning to notice our natural inhale and exhale. Not changing it or altering it. Just coming aware of how our lungs and how our breath is feeling today. Our life force, energy, our prana. And then beginning to deepen our breath, allowing our belly to rise with the inhale. Drawing belly button towards our spine on the exhale. Inhaling, belly rise. Exhaling, belly button to spine. Deepening and extending our breath with each inhale. And drawing belly button towards spine with each exhale. And then when you're ready, inhaling our arms above our head, extending our legs, coming to a full body stretch. Maybe taking a yawn or a sigh if you feel like you need it. Allowing our bodies to arrive, be prepared for this yoga flow. And then we're going to bring our hands together, rubbing our palms together, creating friction, creating heat in our palms. And then bringing them over our eyes and allowing the heat to transfer into our eyes, into our eye sockets, rejuvenating our eyes and relaxing our eye muscles. This is especially good if you work on a computer for a lot of the day, or if you're spending a lot of times on screens, phones, TVs. Really good for your eyes to relax and rejuvenate our eye sockets. Also, if you get a headache behind your eyes, this is really good for soothing that. Breathing deeply when you bring your palms over your eyes. And then one last time, rubbing palms together, creating heat. And then bringing them over our eyes, allowing the heat to transfer. And then drawing our knees in towards our chest, giving them a squeeze, slowly blinking our eyes open, allowing the light to stream in. Coming back to center, we're going to grab hold of our block now, and we're going to come through some abdominal work. So holding a block in our hand, keeping our knees bent. We're going to inhale, exhaling, extending our legs, extending our arms. Inhaling back together, passing the block to our knees, exhaling as we extend. Inhaling back together, transferring the block to our hands, exhaling. Inhaling back together, transfer, exhaling. Making sure that our belly is really engaged, that our lower spine is on the mat. If you feel like your lower spine is lifting up off the mat, just rolling a blanket and placing it below your lower glutes or your upper glutes. And keep going at your own pace, sticking with your breath. Deep engagement of the core. Keeping our breath nice and deep. And then when you're ready, releasing the block, coming back to center, hugging knees in towards our chest, rocking from elbow to elbow, side to side. Breathing nice and deeply. And then coming back to center, we're going to extend our arms out above us, trying to flatten our palms up towards the ceiling. Keeping our knees bent, we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to try and draw our knees up into our upper arms. Okay, trying to keep it controlled and not a swinging motion like I just did. So keeping it controlled, lifting as much as you can, inhaling out. Okay, so very minor movement. We are tilting our pelvis up, engaging our deep core. So drawing belly button to spine, hugging our abdominals together. Inhale, exhale. Drawing knees up. Inhaling back. So moving very slowly. Exhaling, knees in. Inhale out. Remember, this is the sensation we feel when we do a crow. Inhale out. Exhale. Inhale out. Moving with your own breath, moving slowly. And then one more, drawing these in towards our arms, lifting our head off the mat, holding it there. Keep breathing. And then releasing back down. Maybe extending arms above our head, stretching out our abdominals. Maybe drawing these in towards chest, giving them a squeeze. See what feels best for you here. Remember, it's good to yawn after exercises. It's releasing the built-up energy that is in our core. So if you feel like you need a yawn, it's also when our body needs a bit more oxygen. So yawn, taking in that air. And then when we're ready, bring our hands behind our knees, rocking along the length of our spine. Until we're ready to rock up and over into our tabletop position. And coming into our cat and cow. So untucking tailbone, dropping belly to the earth, looking up, inhaling. Tucking tailbone, pushing the floor away and exhaling. Inhaling up. Exhaling, pushing the floor away. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Feeling the rippling through our spine. Maybe coming into barrel rolls here, if that feels good. Shifting our body from side to side. Rolling through the hips. Just seeing what feels good for your body today. And then changing direction, circling in the opposite direction if you're doing barrel rolls. And then coming back to center, walking our hands forward, melting our heart down towards the mat, coming into a melting heart or puppy dog stretch. Taking a moment to breathe. Walking our hands back towards our body, tucking our toes under, pushing our bum back and up. Into downward facing dog, pedaling out our ankles. Finding some movement here. Taking a moment to breathe. And then walking our feet towards our hands. Coming to the top of our mats. Coming into a ragdoll. Holding onto opposite elbows, drawing our arms alongside our ears. Shifting our weight from side to side. Releasing our neck, lengthening our spine.
And then coming into a forward fold if you're feeling ready, tucking chin in towards chest, lengthening the back of our spine, maybe pedaling through your knees if that feels good. And then we're going to inhale up into our halfway lift. Exhaling as we forward fold. Bending through our knees, rippling up through our spine. Inhaling our arms above our head. Exhaling as we cactus arms out to the side, opening up through chest. Inhaling back up to center. Exhale as we swan dive down, forward fold. Bring our hands to the mat, stepping our right foot back, dropping right knee and tucking right toes, sinking hips down. Inhaling arms up. Bring our hands down towards the mat, shifting our weight forward and back. Inhaling as we shift forward, exhaling as we shift back. Coming back through to center, bring hands to frame front foot, tucking back toes under, stepping back into our plank. Lowering down into our knees, chest, chin. Inhaling up either into baby cobra or cobra. Gazing over our one shoulder and then over our other shoulder, coming into a slight spinal twist in our cobra. Drawing chest forward as we lower. Tucking toes, scooching to knees, pushing back into child's pose or up into a downward facing dog, taking a moment to breathe. And then we're ready, coming up into our downward facing dog. Shifting our weight over towards our left foot as we inhale our right foot up, stepping our right foot between our hands, dropping right knee and tucking right toes, coming into our low lunge on the other side, inhaling arms up. Taking a moment to breathe. Then bringing our hands down to frame our front foot, shifting our weight forward and back. Inhale as we shift forward, exhaling as we shift back. And then coming back to center, tucking our back toes under, stepping left foot forward, coming into a forward fold of choice, or coming into a ragdoll. Taking a moment to breathe. Inhaling up into a halfway lift. Exhaling as we forward fold, bending through knees, rippling up through spine. Inhaling our arms above our head. Exhaling, cactusing arms out to the side, opening up through chest. Inhaling back up to center. Exhale as we swan dive down, forward fold. Bring our hands to the mat, stepping our right foot back, left foot back, coming through our knees, chest, chin. Inhaling up either into baby cobra or cobra. Drawing chest forward as we lower, tucking toes, scooching to knees, pushing back and up into downward facing dog. Shifting our weight over towards our right foot as we inhale our left foot up, stepping left foot between our hands, keeping a right hand on the mat as we inhale, left arm up, coming into our twisting lunge. Bringing left hand down to frame our left foot. We're going to swivel our right foot parallel to the back of our mat, opening up into our warrior two. Lifting up gazing over our front fingers. Drawing our right hand back down our right leg, left arm up and overhead. And then bring left hand forward, right arm up and overhead. So we're going to shift back and forward, finding a little bit of movement here. Remember to keep our base nice and strong. So making sure just your upper body is moving and not your lower body. Keeping the bend in our left knee. So making sure that we're never straightening out that knee. Keeping that bend there. Keeping the activation in our left leg. And then we're going to straighten through our left leg, squaring off our hips, drawing left hand forward and down, coming into our triangle, shifting our gaze up towards the ceiling or down towards the mat. Remember, you can always use your block here if that feels better. Taking a moment to breathe. Bending through our left knee. We're going to then straighten through our left foot, bringing our left foot parallel to the front of our mat, shifting our weight back over our right knee towards the back of our mat, coming into a side lunge. Holding it there, drawing chest forward, sitting bum back. Taking a few moments to breathe. And then shifting forward, swiveling our left toes forward, cartwheeling arms to frame our front foot, stepping back into our plank, lowering down into our knees, chest, chin, coming up either into baby cobra or cobra. Elbows bend, pubic bone stays on the mat, drawing chest forward. Taking a moment to breathe. Drawing chest forward as we lower, tucking toes, scooching to knees. Maybe pushing back into a child's pose or coming up into a downward facing dog. See what feels best for you. Taking a moment to breathe. Lifting up into our downward facing dog if you're not there yet. Shifting our weight over towards our left leg as we inhale our right foot up. Stepping our right foot between our hands. Keeping our left hand on the mat as we inhale. Right arm up. Coming into a twisting lunge. Bring our hands to frame our front foot. Bring our back foot parallel to the back of our mat. Lifting up into our warrior two. Making sure that our right knee stays bent. And then again, we're going to shift our weight forward and back. Keeping our base nice and strong. Keeping our legs nice and strong. And then lifting back up to center, feeling our strength in our warrior two. Straightening through our right leg, hinging our hips so they're squared off. We're going to draw right arm forward and down, opening up into our triangle. Again, if you want, grabbing your block. Making sure that our left arm is nice and strong here and we're not just allowing it to hang out. And then when you're ready, bending through our front leg, lifting back up into our warrior two. Bringing our right foot parallel to the front of our mat, shifting our weight back over our left foot, sinking bum back, Taking a moment to breathe here, chest lifted in our side lunge, sorry. Taking a moment to breathe. And then shifting weight forward, coming back into our warrior two, cartwheeling arms to frame our front foot, stepping back into our plank, coming through a vinyasa of choice, either knees, chest, chin, or coming through chaturanga down into an up dog, maybe into a child's pose, maybe into downward facing dog. Taking a moment to breathe. Deepening and lengthening our breath. And then when we're ready, we're going to come up just to warm up our wrists here. So coming up into our tabletop position. Bringing our wrists, fingers facing forward. We're just going to shift our weight forward and back on our wrists. Remember, gripping through fingers, pushing knuckles down into the mat. Turning our fingers out to the side, shifting our weight from side to side. And then coming back to center, turning our fingers back towards our knees, shifting our weight forward and back again here. And then just drawing our weight back, holding it there. And then shifting our weight forward. Lifting up into our downward facing dog. You've got two options here. Either we're going to inhale up our right foot, stepping it to the outside of our right hand, left foot to the outside of left hand. Or if you would like to, we can bend through knees, shifting our gaze forward, and lightly hop our feet to the outside of our hands, coming into our squat. Sinking bum down, toes out to the side, heels in. Bring our hands to the inside of our knees, dropping down into our squat. Chest lifted. Just move back so you can see. Okay, if you feel like you're falling forward or back, you can always bring a block underneath bum or a block into hands just to weigh yourself out. And then from here, from our squat, we're going to extend our left arm to the inside of our left knee, right arm up. If you feel good here, you can bind by wrapping left arm round, right arm round, interlacing fingers behind our back. See what feels good for you. And then bring our hands back to prayer heart center, holding here, taking a moment to breathe. Drawing our outside of our feet down towards the mat. So making sure that we're not dropping into our insteps, but engaging our insteps, drawing our knees back. And then extending right arm, left arm up. Maybe wrapping round, coming into a bind. Maybe just extending. Bring your hands back to prayer heart center. Bringing hands to the mat, we're going to just straighten up, releasing our legs slightly, maybe pedaling out through legs. And then we're going to come through our crow. So if you need a block, we can incorporate a block here. If you know your crow, then just coming into it. Otherwise, bring your hands down towards the mat, wrapping elbows under. Okay, bringing knees up into as high as we can into our shoulders, making sure that our knees are resting on our arms like a little shelf. Fingers nice and spread, drawing chest forward, lifting head up. You almost want to gaze forward, because wherever we're looking, that's where we're going. If you're looking down at the mat, your head is going to fall down towards the mat. So gazing forward, allowing our toes to lift up off the mat, okay? Maybe catching a bit of a hover. If you want, you can use your blocks here as well. Bringing one block or two block, bringing toes to block, okay? Then bringing hands down towards the mat. Now knees will be able to get into that shoulder blade a little bit easier. And then again, getting knees up, shifting gaze forward, and then slowly lifting one toe, then the other toe, and catch a balance. Okay, so again with the block, knees into shoulders, wrapping elbows, fingers down towards the mat, shifting weight forward, just making sure that your knees are in the right position. Shifting weight forward, maybe lifting one toe, maybe lifting the other toe. Okay, playing around with that for a bit. You can also put a block in front of you and bring your head to rest on the block. And then you can feel your toes lifting. Or using two blocks, your head is a little bit higher. So bringing forehead down towards block and then catching a hover with your toes. Okay, so either option, you can use both options. Just giving you a little bit more stability. Playing around with that a bit. When you're done, bring big toes together, knees apart, coming into an extended child's pose. Taking a moment to breathe. And then lifting back up into our crow. And from our crow, we're going to go into a headstand. So see how you feel here. Bringing hands down towards the mat, knees in towards arms, bring your head down towards the mat, okay? Mine hit a little bit hard, making sure yours doesn't hit hard. So remember here, let me jump out of this, it's like a triangle. Your hands are the base of the triangle, your head is the top. Okay, triangle. Hands are base, the top of your head. Make sure it's the top of your head, not your forehead, not the back of your head. So if you're doing a headstand, top of your head. Okay, so hands down, lifting knees up, slowly placing our head down towards the mat. Knees resting just above elbows. Engaging our belly, lifting our legs, lifting our legs, lifting our legs until you feel like you can extend. Coming into your headstand, breathing deeply. And then when you want to come down, bring your toes slowly down towards the mat. Or you can bring them back down how you brought them up, if you want. So from up, you can bring them back down towards your knees. Okay, so playing with that a bit. If you want to play with getting back into it, you can. If you're a little bit worried to do a headstand without a wall, just bringing, this curtain's a little bit in the way, but let's test this out. Just bringing your mat to a wall, okay? And then again, bringing hands and head. Make sure your head is not right by the wall, but it's about a hand away. You want a little bit of a gap. If you're too close, you're not going to be able to get up, okay? So this can make you feel a lot more safe, okay? Because then when you kick up, you'll feel your bum hits the back of the wall. Not with that, we want to kick up in a headstand, okay? So bringing one knee to one elbow, the other knee to the other elbow. And then pushing your back up against the wall, legs up against the wall. And then catching a balance here. Maybe drawing one foot forward, other foot forward, coming away from the wall slightly, or maybe staying heels on the wall. Okay, seeing what feels good for you. If that triangle or tripod headstand doesn't feel good, we can come with our normal headstand. So remember, with normal headstand, we interlace our fingers and we tuck elbows. So elbows need to be same like our dolphin, holding onto biceps. Making a triangle here, bringing our head to be cradled in our hands, okay? Like that. Coming down towards the mat, tucking toes, and then again we want to lift knees in towards the chest, and then slowly lift up, okay? And then again, if you fall back, the wall's there to help you. What you can also do is come up onto toes, lifting one leg, getting that hover, and then lift up. Okay, then you've also got the wall there to catch you. And then you can lift up. And then if you feel comfortable, moving feet slightly away, catching a hover. And then when you're ready, coming down. Okay, when you've had enough, making a pile with our fists, bringing our forehead down to our hands in a child's pose like position. Taking a moment to breathe. Lengthening neck, relaxing body. And then when you're ready, sitting back up onto our haunches, coming through a spinal twist, inhaling arms up, exhaling over towards the left-hand side, placing right hand on left knee, left hand behind us, gazing over left shoulder. Inhaling up to center, over towards the other side. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind us, gazing over our right shoulder. Beautiful, taking our bum to one side, legs out in front of us. Shifting down on our mat. We're going to keep our mat by a wall for now, because we're going to use our wall at the end of the class. So rolling down through mat, drawing knees in towards our chest, giving them a squeeze. Rocking from elbow to elbow, side to side. Bring our arms out into a T shape, dropping both knees over towards the right hand side, gazing over our left shoulder. And then coming back up to center, drawing knees over towards the other side, gazing over our opposite shoulder. Coming back up to center, drawing both knees in towards our chest, giving them a squeeze. And then we're going to bring our hands between our knees, holding onto the outside of our feet, drawing our feet up towards the ceiling, coming into a happy baby. Bring the soles of our feet together, opening up our knees to the side. And then releasing, drawing knees in towards our chest. And then we're going to roll up onto one side, coming next to our wall again. So we're going to do legs up the wall. So to get into this posture, we're going to sit next to the wall, okay? So shoulder on the wall, hip on the wall, okay? Then we're going to lie down onto our side, taking our legs up the wall. If you still feel like your bum is quite far away from the wall, your bum, you're going to just shift yourself down so that your bum is in line with the wall, feet are up the wall. Now legs are not going to be engaged, keeping legs very relaxed, keeping feet very relaxed, okay? Tucking our chin in towards our chest, Bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Taking a deep breath in and sighing it out. Taking another deep breath in and sighing it out. And one more deep breath in and releasing. Feeling the blood rushing back to our body from our legs. Feeling the complete relaxation in your body. This is a very good restorative, relaxing posture. Really good for if you can't sleep, or if your legs are feeling quite restless, or if you've been very busy on your legs for the day. Or if you're just feeling out of sorts, putting your legs at the wall just helps to reset your body. Restore. I'm just going to spend a few minutes here in Shavasana. Releasing our body, releasing our mind. Bring our awareness back to our breath, back to our body. Wiggling through our fingers and our toes. Drawing our knees in towards our chest, giving them a squeeze. And then rolling onto our side, coming into the fetal position. Spending a few moments here, maybe feeling tingling in our feet and our legs. Using our top hand to push ourselves into a seated position. Crossing our legs, bring our hands to prayer heart center. Or hands to knees. May the long time sun shine upon you. May all love surround you. And may the pure light within you guide your way on. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I hope to see you again soon. Satnam.